I'm Mikey and you're watching City Lights on Novustv. It's time once again for the annual Celebration of Lights Festival, now in its 23rd year. Today we are stepping on board the barge where the fireworks are being set off to see what's going on and have a chat to the Canadian team. Let's go! Can you tell us a little bit about the logistics of bringing all these fireworks we see behind us to a barge in the middle of the water from 3 different countries all around the world?
It takes about 8 months. We actually contract out the 3 countries in November. It takes them about a couple of months to design, a couple of months to manufacture, maybe a month or 2 to assemble the fireworks themselves according to the design. And then I take over. I go and pick them up at every one of their countries and places, and transportation is always a big challenge. Transporting any type of dangerous goods across multiple frontiers and borders breaks my head a few times, you know. And then it all gets sent to my own facilities in Quebec and waiting to get transferred here. They're all loaded on at the same time on what we call a transfer bars that gets settled behind the fireworks. And after that, it's getting all the countries in and have them all set them up in 3 days each. It's a pretty huge, complex amount of going ins and outs and flights and planes and trucks here, trucks there. Pretty crazy.
You're one of the pyrotechnicians. What are you doing right now?
Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm attaching the electric match into the quick match, and what that allows us to do is to electrically fire the system. All of the wires will be hooked into modules. Looks something like this. All of those wires will be plugged into this. These will be connected by a bunch of cables into the firing system, which will be used over there during the show.
How long does this whole process normally take?
It usually takes us between 2.5 to 3 full days to do one show. It can be a little bit more if the weather's bad, but fortunately we've been really lucky and the weather's cooperated quite nicely for us this year.
And what we're looking at right here, just say this rack, how many fireworks is this and how much time would this be equal to in a show?
These are a bunch of 5-inch shells. They're racks of 4. A couple of them are set in 5. And the amount of time can vary because it really depends on how the show's designed. For example, here, I don't know if you can see it, there are little delays. So what happens is that the quick match ignites and the first shell goes off, and then there's a bit of a delay. It can be anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds depending on the show designer. Then the next shell goes off, then there's another delay, then this shell goes off, and so on and so forth. Now others, for example, like this one, is 2 shells chained together and there's no delay in it, so when this one goes, both of the shells go. So saying how long it will take is really dependent on the show designer, him or herself.
Okay, so we're here with Brad. He is the designer and the owner of the Canadian team here. So tell us, how is it going so far?
Excellent. Actually, just couldn't be a better install right now, and that's what it is. It's a lot of work for us, and but just could not be going better right now. The weather is perfect, and the organization has just done such a great job hosting us, and it's really good.
Can you tell me what goes into designing a fireworks display? Because it looks amazing in the air, but there must be so much to it.
Yeah, there is, I guess. It's kind of somewhat boring. There's a lot of late nights and just thinking of ideas. We don't practice these shows. These shows are one-off events, and so we started many months ago. We start with a base, which is a soundtrack usually, and then trying to get fireworks to match. And that's really the competition, is the timing and making sure your fireworks are with the music. That's the essence of the competition.
Well, it's an exciting year with Canada, the UK and Thailand all competing for the top title. It's going to be a great night out and a show not to be missed. Head on down to the water with over 400,000 other people to see it all in action. I'm Mikey Evers and you're watching City Lights on Novustv.